Money Moves with Mem 2.0, the podcast. And always remember, gentlemen, it's a mother movie. So today we're gonna be reacting to yet another video um, of a modern black woman ranting about um, wanting to control the relationships with her guy friends. So, guys, we're gonna get our own perspective and the financial perspective on the video. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And let's hop straight into the content.
To all the boys I've never kissed, but had the pleasure of getting to know, this one's for you. I'm a firm believer that wisdom can be found anywhere at the most random moments, like even a brief interaction you have at a grocery store can leave a long-lasting impact on you. This particular video is going to be dedicated to some of the things that I've learned while dating. Earlier this year, I was getting to know this really nice guy. Everything about him is great. He's very funny, very gentle, very kind, and whatnot. And I would find myself pausing a lot before we would speak because I was trying to make whatever I was going to say so perfect. Because I was
Basically, she was not being herself. And usually, this goes with a lot of women. Like that's why a lot of times guys would tell other guys that don't be shy because the better a looking woman is, sometimes they don't think they're hot at all. So they just think they're regular people and they're insecure and stuff like that. You know, um, so that's what that sounds like.
was afraid of accidentally offending him, even though I don't think I'm an offensive person. I don't think I'm particularly rude. Because he had all these amazing qualities, I just wanted to show up perfectly. And if you watched my last video, I said perfection is just another form of control. And in this case, it was, because I wanted to control the outcome of where this was going to go. I wanted to control how he perceived me, like everything. I just wanted to control.
She wanted to control everything, every every single thought, the way he perceives her, and etc.
After a while, I think he kind of picked up on this in a way, because he brought up this topic kind of out of the blue. But I think the intent was there for him to let me know, like, hey, you can relax a little bit. But we were talking about the topic of intent versus execution. So,
Oh, she would drive me nuts, guys. It's similar to the feminist church woman, the conscious, you know, woman, you know, who has to think that it's nothing wrong with thinking like this, but she wants to discuss every little thing could have an impact or wisdom for her, like she said, and she's gonna want to talk about it non-stop. If you eat an apple a certain type of way, she's gonna be on
he was telling me, like, sometimes people do things and the way that you interpret it is as disrespectful, or like they're going out of their way to be rude, or they're purposely trying to get under your skin, or whatever, XYZ. And he's like, he said he used to run across a lot of instances that this would happen, and it would get under his skin and he would become irritated. And then he took a step back, and he'd gone to therapy, and he was taking time for himself to learn himself and just to kind of be more in a relaxed and mellow state. And after a while, he realized, like, this person did not intend to do XYZ. Everyone is going through their own things. You don't know if they had a bad day that day, and if you had met him at another day, it would have been fine. Or maybe they just don't know any better. Or maybe they think that what they're doing is okay, and it has nothing to do with you, you know? And so he was like, a lot of the times when I interact with people, I always ask myself.
So it sounds like this dude was a lot more older than she is, and lived life a lot longer than she has, and he was basically giving her his wisdom of the way he sees things.
What was the intent behind this? Whether I know them or not, what was the intent behind this? versus how it was executed. And that, he told me, that brought him a lot of peace of mind. And I've carried that with me. Next piece of advice is from my ex. If you watched my self-awareness video, you would know the email that I was reading in there was from this guy. The one that had me in boo-hoo tears, like, it was from this guy. But he would always talk about being mindful. And
The guy who probably took her virginity, guys. Some guys have that over a woman, where, like, this guy's not the right match for her, but the girl's head over heels for the dude, you know, and I'm pretty sure she'd still hook up with this guy if she could. Let's keep it moving.
being very present in the moment. And at that stage in my life, I was so go, 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 go. Like, I need to accomplish all these things. I need to do this. Like, I was so restless. And I don't think it's bad to have goals and to want to achieve them. But I was so obsessed with it that I could not enjoy the current moment.
That's a red flag right there, guys. It's just like what she said. Like, so busy. A lot of modern women do this. This how they is. Knowing they ain't got nothing to do, ain't got no man, and you'll holler at them, and they'll tell you that they ain't interested, or they got something to do, or they got a boyfriend, knowing it's a lie. Because they're so wrapped up into going to college, getting a degree, doing things the right way, and stuff like that, man. Do not waste your time on such modern women.
You know, I was just waiting for the next thing, like, oh, I need to go do this. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to do this. I can't even enjoy moments with my friends or my family or with my boyfriend at the time. And he told me about how he took one summer, he realized his mind was chaotic, and for the whole summer...
And that's a lot of times, a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying? A lot of men don't want to marry a woman like this because... or women who've been with a lot of guys who have a high body count, because like I said, women take things from men as well. You know, when we see masculine black women, a lot of masculine black women date hood dudes, so they taking stuff from them, and it's crazy because nobody wants a woman who, basically then men have been training you.
He would go outside and he would just walk and just be present in the moment. He would take steps like, so 1 foot out, 1 foot forward, meeting side by side, and then he would pause. And then he would count the next steps and then pause, and so on and so forth. And he would do that all the way around the park for several hours. And he said by the end of the summer, he was a whole new person. And he would always push for me to just be present in the moment and to enjoy myself, because time goes by quicker than you think.
She had a lot of guys who basically kissed her behind, who was trying, who thought she was like, she's not a bad looking woman, guys. I give her a 7 to 8. She's not a bad looking woman. I think that a lot of these guys that she's talking about, that she's not with now, that she took wisdom from, they was simping hard. She was just a little angel. With the what are those gray eyes, hazel eyes. They was infatuated by her, and they thought they was helping her, but as soon as they start helping her and tell them their wisdom, then she leaves. That's what this chick is giving me. She's leaving these dudes because they're too soft for her. Let's keep it moving.
And you're gonna look back and you're gonna realize that you, instead of enjoying what you had right then, being grateful for what you had and the people that you had and the moments that you're getting to share with them, you were so obsessed with the future and what was next that you couldn't even see the goodness in your life right then and there. And that meant a lot to me, and I've kept that with me ever since. I tend to date a lot of men that have done exceptionally well in their careers and their living.
You see, guys, it don't matter how a woman looks. I wouldn't even put it past her that she dated a lot of guys. I'll probably give her the benefit of the doubt. But this is the reason why you cannot give women the benefit of the doubt. You be thinking that she ain't experienced and stuff like that, but nine times out of ten, the more better women look, the more men that they have access to, and the more dates that they go on. They just go on dates and hook up with guys and take spirits from all over the place.
Pretty comfortable lives. And when I would tell them about my career and my goals and what I wanted to achieve, and how I didn't exactly feel connected to it, but I knew I would get X amount of money at the end of the day, and that's what I needed to survive. They used to tell me, pause, why don't you do something that you're actually passionate about? And when I tell you that this response used to drive me up the wall, because I felt like they were holding a secret from me. Like, there was a secret key to success and they just didn't want to give it to me, or they didn't think I was worthy of it, whatever. But the more I got to know them and they would talk about work and like the toll it had on them, and even though they liked it and they found it fulfilling in some areas, obviously there's always pros and cons to everything, right? And the older that they got, they started realizing that they wanted to give more of their time to helping out the community, like giving to charity or doing volunteer work or pursuing.
She messing with man. Using with the better a woman looks, the more access she has to higher value men. So basically, the guys that she's talking to, older guys. Like she looks like she's about 23, 24. But the way she talks, she's probably 26, 27, 28. Maybe I'm wrong. You know. And she has access to these guys, and they're giving her just pillow talking, basically. Giving her all the drip. The whole time she's finessing throughout life because look at her. Any man, will be a sucker for a woman like this. A lot of dudes be like, oh, Mem 2.0, you tripping. Come on, bro. You know. But everything that look good, sometimes it ain't good, guys. But I'm not going to react to the whole video. If you guys want more of this lady, her YouTube link will be in the description below. Man, I appreciate everybody who recently became members to the channel. Man, make sure you guys get a membership. Hit that join button on the YouTube channel so you guys can get locked in. But man, I'm gonna let you guys on the next video. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And always remember, fellas, it's a motherfucking movie. Over and out.